Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, I'm sure I can tell a lot of you have been missing me so much for the past couple days and weeks, but I'm back now, and especially to give you all some updates of what I've been through, including including the new name change to my channel, because I think a lot of you noticed that I have recently changed the name of all of my social media accounts, and I'm here to give you all an explanation of why I did that. But first things first, my life has been going pretty good. Pretty good. Like of course a lot of you know that I have a job now, and like my job has been going pretty well. And the reason to why I've not been active is because I have work now, and there are times where I'm not going to be able to show up on social media by posting something new. But I am also going to try my best, but it's not really there's no pressure on doing so. It's not the end of the world, but I think you all get the idea. Now to stick to the reason of why I changed my name. So a lot of you are already wondering why I changed my name to Joe, and why some of you might think that I'm not Kirby anymore. Well, it's because like I will admit I thought being called Kirby would be pretty cool. And to tell you all the truth, and of course this goes to a few of you who aren't aware of this, but Kirby is actually not my real name, believe it or not. Kirby was just a name I want to call myself, as I wasn't really a fan of my real name. But now I think about it, I kind of regret not being called by my real name, so I decided to remove the name Kirby on all my accounts, and I just no longer want to be called Kirby. It sounds the name Kirby, it just sounds I just find the name a little mediocre nowadays, especially for me. And you also might be wondering, if your real name is not Kirby, then what is it then? Well, everybody, my real name is Joseph. Yeah, I think a lot of you heard that correctly. Most of you know that though, but this is just going out to some people who aren't aware of that. Yeah, my real name is Joseph. But because I no longer want to be called Kirby, I want to be called Joe now. Because it makes perfect sense too, because Joe is a nickname for Joseph, and I just prefer to be called Joe now. And before you say anything, no, I am not making this up at all. Kirby is not my real name. My real name is actually Joseph. It's on my birth certificate. Like I've always been called. I've been called Joseph pretty much throughout my life. Although I started going by that name when I was 12, and now I'm 19. I'll be 20 in January, and I just like the name Joe better, because face it, like of course it's a normal thing where someone likes to go by the short form of their name, and I selected Joe. So now I just want to be called Joe. You can call me Joe. But also, I also don't mind you calling me Joseph. So, I prefer to be called either Joseph or Joe. Those names don't matter to me. So, like, sometimes I'm Joseph, sometimes I'm Joe. Joseph or Joe, works, but please do not call me Joey, Joe Dirt, Joe Mama, Jonafer, and, or Jonah Fark, or Joe a Fark, and, and, please don't call me, Joe Dorella. Yeah, none of those names. Just Joseph or Joe is what I prefer. But I think most of you who know what my real name is are definitely used to that. But this is also going out to some people who have not known that nor learned from it yet. Until now, as I'm making this video right here. Yeah. Yeah, so you can call me Joseph or Joe, whatever works. I mean, only call me Joseph or Joe. That's what I'm saying. And, speaking of names, like, specifically the name Joseph, there was this idea I thought of, and, it sounded pretty cool to me. It's been on my imagination, and I think it should become a thing. Like, of course, we all know Joe and Joey are the nicknames for Joseph, but to be honest, I think there should be another new nickname for Joseph that I think it would be cool if it became common. I was thinking that another good nickname for Joseph is Josh. Yeah, I know that might sound a little crazy because Josh is a nickname for Joshua. But I just thought I'd talk about like a creative idea that got in my mind. Like, of course, Joe and Joey will always be nicknames for Joseph, but I think Josh should also be a nickname for Joseph. It's kind of like how back in the olden days, the name Jack used to be a nickname for John, and another thing that was also common in the olden days was, like, the name Jack was not just a nickname for John, but Jack also used to be a nickname for Jacob. Yeah, well, it's not anymore. That was in the olden days, Jack being a nickname for John and Jacob. Yeah. And of course, nowadays the name Jack is just Jack. It's not a nickname for Sean anymore. That was just in the olden days. But we're in the current era now, and it would be cool if Josh is a nickname for Joseph. Of course, Josh will always be short for Joshua. But picture this: sometimes Josh can be a nickname for Joseph. And before you ask, no, I do not want to be called Josh. I just only prefer Joseph or Joe. Just like I said, sometimes I'm Joseph, sometimes I'm Joe. So, yeah, that's what I've been wanting to talk about. Now, before I end this off, I think some of you might start to feel worried that after uploading videos, I might be gone again. Well, to tell you the truth, that might happen inevitably, but you do not have to worry about it because it's not like I'm quitting social media forever. Because I have a job, sometimes I'm not going to have time to upload anything on social media. Like, stuff happens. It's just a part of life. And quite frankly, my job is kind of more important than anything I do on social media. Now I might sound like a broken record when I say this, but, well, I'm really sorry to say this, but sometimes I just can't keep promises. But again, and yes, I know it's always important to never break a promise. But not being active online doesn't really count. Like, it depends. Like, yeah, keeping promises is important, yes, but the thing is, it depends. Like, like, um, not promising to upload anything on social media is necessary. It's actually necessary because if I don't upload anything, that means I'm either busy or I'm busy working or being tired or like just being busy in general. It's not like I'm going to lie to everybody because like we all have jobs, we all have things to do. That's just how society works. Anyways, with that aside, I think a lot of you probably now understand that I'm no longer Kirby and that I'm Joe and that my real name is actually Joseph. It has always been Joseph, but you can call me either Joseph or Joe. With that aside, I hope you all have a good Thanksgiving in the United States, and also to those in Canada, Happy Remembrance Day, and of course to those in the United States, Happy Veteran Day. With all that aside, I'd like to say peace out.